we forget that you need to be in the present to make decisions. Do not be a worker executing your past decisions. Be a leader deciding every moment. All your suffering is because you are not deciding. You are a slave executing the decisions made in your past, sometime by mistake. Sometime you make some decision by mistake. You sit and think pros and cons, make one decision, over. After that, you forget that you have a component in you which has capacity to decide, and go on executing that past decision. By that time you are executing 50%, the whole situation is different. But you are not sensitive for the present. You are just executing. So the right decision making means these two things: not projecting what you want in the future as you had it in the past. This is one of the biggest illusion we all have. How do you want your relationship to be? How it was 3 years before. Look, 3 years before also you had enough suffering. Unfortunately, you forget. Because you forgot does not mean it was not there. So, seeing the past as past, seeing the future as future, making decisions from the present is what I call right decision making. I'll expand a little more on this truths of time, kala, so that you will be able to understand this truth of right decision making. The psychological time and chronological time. Chronological time means that clock clicking. That is chronological time. Psychological time means your mind moving. Your mind moving to and fro or back and forth, whatever way it moves. Gap between one thought and the other thought is 1 unit of time in psychological field. In the field of inner space, psychology, the gap between one thought and the other thought is 1 unit of time, kshana. In the physical field, all of you know, there is so many definitions of 1 second, 1 unit of time. There are so many definitions. The physical field that you all know, I don't need to define. But in the psychological field, gap between one thought and the other thought is 1 unit of time. When there is more gap, means less number of thoughts. When there is more gap, each unit of time will be more clear, more available, more spacious, so all your 5 senses can perceive it. Please understand. If the psychological 1 unit of time is 4 times more than physical 1 unit of time, your senses will be purified. Because your senses will have sensitivity to perceive. If your psychological time unit is 5 times more than the physical unit of time, you will enter into the divine space, means the extraordinary smell, extraordinary taste, extraordinary hearing, extraordinary touch will start happening. Understand? Till this equation you need to understand. The physical unit, 1 time, 1 unit time, and psychological 1 unit time. If the psychological unit is at least 4 unit of physical unit, means like a 4 second is gap between one thought and the other thought, means your body will get the sensitivity to sense things peacefully. Till then, any decision you make, you directly go to hell. No roundabout way. Please understand, basic need of a human being is 4 unit of physical time as 1 unit of psychological time. This is the basic need of a human being. Only then you are a human being. Only then you have a right to handle your brain. This is a owner's manual for brain. If you have not learnt how to make 4 unit of physical time as 1 unit of psychological time, you are sitting and driving a vehicle which has no brake. This should be the basic lesson taught to all the beings which has an independent, intelligent brain. When a child is able to think independently, the first lesson he need to learn is how to make 4 unit of physical time into 1 unit of his psychological time. Then simply he knows how to run his life. How to run his life. Living without getting attached, renouncing without having hangover. The complete conflict-free inner space. So, work on seeing your past as past, future as future, present as present. Any decision you make in the present will be the present to you by the presence. Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share and explode in eternal bliss. Nityananda.
Nityananda Dhyanapitham, Nityananda Nagar off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bangalore 562109. Contact 097422033311. www.nityananda.org. www.youtube.com/Life Bliss Foundation.